We ready? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So it is 1:04 PM on Thursday, April 4th. We're going to go ahead and start our Communications Committee meeting. I am Dora Wilson, Chair of this meeting and board member. And if we could go around the room, starting with MJ, so everybody can introduce themselves, it'd be great.
Yes, thank you, Member Lessons. Wilson.
One of them members, go ahead.
Good afternoon, my name is MJ and I lead Communications, Publications and External Affairs.
Garrett Bryant, Superintendent.
Jim Anderson, Chief Operating Officer.
Meredith Sullivan, Executive Assistant.
Andy Holloman, board member.
And do we have anyone online?
We have Carl Jacobs online. Member Jacobs is on.
So Member Jacobs, thank you for joining us. I think Carl is the only person online.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So we will go ahead and jump in. We have a very short agenda, which is going to be great for Andy because I know he has to leave early. Let's start with our communications update. So MJ, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much. So just to, we are wrapping up our bond messaging plan for this cycle. And we did just some very brief messaging yesterday with Las Vegas News Source. And our message was that we're very encouraged, but we are cautiously optimistic. And thankful for the community support, but also leaning into the feedback that we received from the community from 2 years ago and really making sure that we honor that. And that's what we really started last year with this multi-year bond package focused on security and safety. So that's kind of what we messaged yesterday, but we're going to wait for a couple more drops of election results before we make a decision on where we are going to officially stand and discuss next steps. But in the meantime, since we are very encouraged, we've got in production thank yous for the billboards as well as a message from the superintendent, but we also have a Plan B message in the event that it doesn't pass, but I don't want to jinx anything and put that out there in the universe, but we're definitely going to be communicating with staff and the community about the next steps regardless of what happens. And also just a shout out to School Bonds Yes, very well organized this year, more so than I have seen when I joined the district. So really appreciate their support with this project. I believe that it helped make a difference in getting the information out to the public, and it was really nice to see certain community leaders participate with School Bonds Yes. To help advocate for Proposition 1. So just a shout out to Joelle and Ira for taking the lead on that. Some upcoming things that we've got moving forward, Academies of Anchorage, we've got our May 1st event that we are working to pull together, and that's where we're going to announce the academies. So more to come on that. We also will be moving forward with the right sizing project next week, as well as AK STAR results, and then that takes us into the graduation season. And then, of course, the continuation of the Start Planning Now messaging, where that involves school start times, middle school move, and Academies of Anchorage. And after we get through the graduation season, we will transition into back to school, and we will launch that a lot earlier than we have in the past, just given all the new things that will be happening come August of 2024.
Few things on the plate.
Yes. Yes. So we got a great team on it, and really just a shout out to my team. Just a lot of hard work and dedication to the mission.
Awesome. And
Just so you know, April is also on the
oh,
online.
April, thank you for joining us.
Stuff sinks.
And Member Lessons, you have a comment question?
Yeah, I apologize for coming in a little bit late. Do we have a time on the May 1st thing? For my May 1st Academy's launch, is that after the school day ends, during the school day?
Yeah. We'll have, so sharpening up time. So we're looking at time around 4 p.m. is kind of where we're looking at, and ending it at 7. But we actually have a committee meeting after this meeting to get the update from Thompson and Company that is taking lead on event planning. So one of the things we need to get ironed out today is the invites, the digital invites, and getting that on people's calendars so they can plan
Okay.
to attend.
Much appreciated.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll pause it.
but the location will be at Bartlett.
Yes.
And did anybody online have any comments, questions about the communications update? We're good.
So it has been set. I was out last week for Easter, so I just got a update from my team that it said it's officially 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we will get that invite out.
I did want to reiterate the thank you to School Bonds, yes, because that was, they did an incredible job, tremendous amount of work for them, so that was very, very, very helpful and appreciated. And I'm very encouraged that our school bond will pass as well, so I'm very excited and appreciative of the community support for that, so.
That's it. That's all I have, member.
Oh, so, okay, so community,
I do have,
Engagement,
yeah,
any
so
additional?
I am representing Tony again. And so she did give us a community engagement update. There is an electronic version that America's got uploaded for you all. But just kind of where we are, I'll just circle back. The community resource fair. Jim, do I have the name? Is that right?
Community Resource Fair.
So we launched it last month over at Clark, and staff just brought really great things. You were there.
I was
no
there,
member
yeah.
lessons. I mean,
I've been member lessons all day. Just so
I have
you know.
I'd rather you call me or maybe call you than, member Donnelly or member Higgins.
I wonder what that's about. That's interesting. That's like 3 times now.
There's a lot of S's
Yeah,
and L's.
interesting. Anyway, we launched that and lots of good takeaways for moving that forward for next year. Jim, if you wanted to, if you had anything to add to that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see it happen more often, whenever schools close for longer periods of time. And I think part of it's gonna be funding. So I think we're on hold for planning maybe the next one until, there's still some election pieces that need to be cleaned up and possibly another vote. And then start working the fundings, because it really can be a city-sponsored financially event as opposed to the school district, especially seeing that in Juneau, things are very difficult to project right now how this year is going to end up. So before we invest, significant amounts of district resources, I think we probably look at whether the city wants to be a partner in this. But I think it would go better if every June when school's out for a month, every July when school's out for a month, Christmas break, spring break. If we're gonna do something like this, we'll get better and better at it every time. We'll bring more and more city resources into it, because it is obviously about learning how to take care of the community and how to provide. But in terms of preparedness for a disaster, where we really got some big gains was cell phone numbers, email addresses, the ability to reach out to a large number of organizations very quickly in the event there's a disaster. And now they know what they brought. They know what it looked like. They know the people on our staff, especially the teaching and learning people, and Tony upstairs. We're in a much better position today than we were 2 months ago in responding to an actual crisis. But we have a long way to go. We didn't include the police, we didn't include the fire department. And as this scales out and we start making this a little bit more well-rounded, I think it's about the city's preparation for whatever the future crisis might be. And taking care of students
And families.
and families.
That was really nice, though, that.
Yeah.
The food was provided.
It was pretty good.
Students could eat.
I think
families
everyone
could eat.
felt good, yeah.
But the resources, everyone that I walked around and talked to
Mhm.
everybody, they were all just really excited to be there and share the information and really try to get, like Mike Ed, for example, are your kids eligible kind of questions. So it was really nice. I enjoyed that.
So next things for Tony and her team this weekend, there are 2 events: Youth of the Year with our partners at the Boys and Girls Club from 8:30 to 12:30. And then out at, we've got our diversity and cultural event out at Chugiak and Eagle River High Schools. That's from 12 to 2 at Chugiak High School on Saturday. And then the week of the 15th, we got the NAACP Education Committee meeting. That'll be held at Mama Carol's Soul Food Catering and Events. We also got later in the week Willowa Multicultural Night. That's on the 18th from 5 to 6:30 over at Willowa Elementary School. And then our partners at Covenant House are having their sleep out, their spring sleep out, starting the 19th on that Friday, moving into the next day on Saturday. That will be at Kincaid Park. And then our next community convening for the Academies of Anchorage will be on April 22nd, and that'll be from 8 to 12 over at Egan Center. That'll be the same location that we had it the last time. And then that will lead us nicely into the May 1st event from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Bartlett for that. And so I cannot pronounce this. So
Which-
number 8.
Oh, enlaces. It's Dia del Niño.
Okay, see, I'm glad I-
Yeah, that's Dia del Niño at Government Hill.
Great.
Yes.
So that'll be on the 27th of this month from 11:30 to 4. And like member Wilson said at Hill Elementary School. And so that is my report for community engagement as your representative for Tony Riley.
Yay. Does anybody have any questions, comments? And then
I
would
have a
also-
question,
Oh, yes.
kind of
please.
comment. Are you guys aware of Alaska getting the family engagement grant?
I'm not familiar with that, but Tony might be.
Can
Okay,
you-
because so I am on the committee representing the parent side of the planning for how the funding is going to be handled with the family engagement. And I just pulled up the email and then it disappeared on me. Let's see, but it's happening. They're doing an in-person events this starting today through Saturday, and today was geared more towards like teachers to kind of plan like family engagement, and then Saturday is a whole another event that's going to be discussing like impactful family engagement strategies, reviewing the Stronger Together resources, going over the school climate and connection survey that the Family Engagement Center sent out, and then going over the family engagement work plan. The ASEE is the one that was granted this
April,
grant.
April, is that the Alaska Association of School Boards?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Tony's right.
Okay.
But right now, there's not a lot of parents like on this committee, and which is it's good to have like the school boards and all that involved. But I know like in Anchorage, we need to try to get some more parents involved on that. So I don't know if you guys want me to send you information or if you guys want to get with the school boards on that one, but just wanted you guys to know about that since
Thank
that was
you.
something happening this weekend. I know
Yeah.
short notice too, but
Yeah, it's superintendent just updated. Tony is tracking that. Do you need her to follow up with you for some additional needs?
if they want to, go for it.
Okay.
Well, thank you for sharing though. Appreciate it. Actually, I was gonna give you the floor if there's anything else you wanted to share, April.
That was the biggest thing that I had for you guys. Just because I know Alaska hasn't had a family engagement program, for quite a few years, and since it is still like in the planning stages to just help get word out and get more parents involved, and I know ASD is working on getting more parents involved in this topic, so it would be good to promoted a little bit more. Like I know we can't, I don't know if you can still register for Saturday's event or not, but you know, there's meetings happening monthly. So
No, thank you for sharing. Appreciate it.
yes.
Does anybody else have anything they want to add? No, I'm missing anything.
No.
Then I think we are good to adjourn. I think it's just me and Kelly and Carl, but I think we're good to adjourn. We don't need to any formal
I'm
process, yes?
not on your committee, I'm just here.
Oh, well then. Andy, are you?
One of your members. I have no objection.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining, April.